Albanian news outlet TNA, and I believe also Tema. I think you are addressing the parliamentarian Belinda Kalici. Please forgive all my pronunciations. But you assert there that you don't need to declare your travel and personal expense to the Department of Justice. And I was curious if you had gotten an advisory opinion.
I absolutely did. I had an attorney. I haven't lobbied. I haven't received money. I've helped the Albanian opposition, and I will continue to do so, okay? And I have spent money in a very, very, very good attorney from Washington, D.C. that knows the laws of lobbying very, very well, okay? And I have everything in writing. And I know exactly who put you up. Hold on a minute. I can answer you anything you want because I have nothing to hide, just so you understand that. And I know you from the time you used to work at Commercial Observer, okay? But I can tell you that I know exactly who put you up to this, and you need to really vet the person that put you up to this before you do anything. Let me tell you something else. CNA, which is outlet in Albania, has been attacking me, okay? They're completely unprofessional, has been attacking me just because I was supporting somebody they didn't like. Okay? And when I get involved in Albania, in politics again, I'm going to put such strong laws in Albania that will make it possible to sue for defamation those journalists, and so they can lose. Gazeta Tema, it belongs to the Socialist Party, and all these people are against one person, Berisha, which is the leader of the opposition in Albania. The same person, which is related to me here in America, he hates the guts of the guy that I supported in Albania. His problem, why? But he hates his guts. I can tell you one thing. Everybody knows that I've paid everything from my own pocket. When I've been offered money in Albania, which is the most freaking corrupted country out there, I have said absolutely not, okay? Every single other thing I've done, I have emails from attorney going through every single details what I did, telling me, did I break any law in America or not? So I have you.
If I may, I would ask you to do, and I encourage you, I give you my email address. You can forward me those emails, and I'd love to.
Absolutely not. Why would I send you the? Who are you? Are you an attorney? Are you a judge? Absolutely not. But if I need to go, but Will, if I need to, no, Will doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. You're just an investigative journalist. If I need to go to court, I know what I'm presenting to the judge, okay? And not just only. Go ahead.
I would have to be put in touch with your attorney. Can you give me his number?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He's $1,200 an hour. Thank you very much. But I am sure.
His or her name?
Well, the person that put you up to this, he knows exactly which attorney I used. Okay? Because from the same firm, I had an attorney send him.
I have to say, ma'am, I'm not sure who you're referring to. I began taking sort of an interest in all of this because I saw some posts on George Santos' Instagram where he referred to you as his best friend, and
prior to 2020 when I helped the idiot and then he started lying left and right. Okay, I had a major fight in January 2021, and I told everybody this guy's a con artist. He was lying for things that just didn't make sense. Okay, I didn't speak to the guy for 2 years. I didn't support him for 2 years. All my friends did. I did not. And I told them, even when I spoke to the guy again, I said, everybody understands that I don't feel like spending money on this guy, regardless if he wins or not. And that was the end of it. You know when I spoke again to George Santos?
Photos and stuff about him on election night, saying he was a good win and so forth. And you shared, I think, some older photos of yourself with him. On
George Santos?
Yes, you posted on your, I'll bring up your Facebook account, but on election night, you sort of gave congratulations to Lee Zeldin, and then said something to the effect of another good win.
Yeah, for a lot of people, this doesn't mean that I'm friends. Every Republican in New York knows me and George Santos, okay? Go ask any Republican in New York. People were coming back to me telling me, Evi, you were right. Yeah, I was. And I'm right for other people within our circles that people don't see it yet. And they will. Just like George Santos got uncovered, other people will.
Ma'am, I'm going to take a quick step back. So why do you say that your travel and personal expenses do not need to be declared to the Department of Justice? did
Why do they need to? Why would they need to? If I'm traveling to Albania, why do they need to?
Well, the context of the article is asserting or suggesting that your travel expenses and personal expenses in Albania may have been topped by,
But they have not. But they have not. This is what I'm trying to say to you. This is a setup by these guys. This is why they had in English articles, and you're being contacted on purpose. Back then they said, oh, look what we're going to do to her. They can try, but that doesn't mean they're going to win. Okay, so you're being a victim of the worst media in Albania, and these are a group with Belin Kalici, as a matter of fact. They became a group. CNA, Gazeta Tema has been forever against me because they are pro the socialist prime minister of Albania. My cousin here in New York, okay, which hates the guy that I supported and was attacking me nonstop, which was an embarrassment for the whole family. For the whole family. And this is the end result. They said it back then. Watch what we're going to do to her. So what they are going to do to her, they are going to hire an investigative journalist. He's going to investigate. They are trying to do an article in English so they can hurt me. You cannot get, I can spend money in attorneys, but I'm not going to get hurt if I didn't do anything wrong. So when it comes to the Department of Justice and they come after me and they want an investigation, then I give absolutely every piece of evidence to the Department of Justice that I did nothing wrong. But at that point, it's a fair game with everyone, because at that point, just for misleading, and honestly, there is another newspaper that posted CNA's article, and I was telling my attorney I need to sue them. It was exactly for this, the lobbying and blah, blah, blah. I need to sue, and they are like, oh, you need to show that they hurt you. Well, guess what? Your phone call and your investigation is exactly the result of that article. So now I think I can sue them in Albania. As for you, I am telling you, I've never gotten paid. I have nothing to report to the Department of Justice. I have had excellent attorneys advise me what is considered lobbying and what is not. I just never wanted to surpass the line. And as a matter of fact, you spoke to a few people that are telling you that Evi is an excellent person. You know why? Because I have nothing to hide. I am an excellent person. But I'm not going to stop supporting a whole freaking opposition in Albania, the place where I was born, just because people are going to attack me. Bring it on, guys. Bring it on. It's very simple. Just bring it on.
All right.
But I do strongly suggest that you vet the person that put you up to this, because that person did the same thing to Berisha's son, which is the leader of the opposition, okay, with journalists and so on. It's misleaded. Like, there was a court case in which the journalist from, I think it was Rolling Stone, said we cannot bring him to court because he's unreliable on the information they gave us. Okay, so this guy is not the person that he does it.
All right, I'm not sure if that's who you're talking about, but if I may,
Sure.
I have to really encourage you to put me in touch with your attorney, or to give give me his contact, give my contact to him or her, I should say. And we can certainly. I'm very interested because I have myself consulted some attorneys, and they have questioned whether it might have been appropriate for you to register as a foreign agent.
Yes, but isn't that, aren't you supposed to be paid for such service?
These attorneys that I spoke with did not request compensation for that.
But this is key. This is key. When you lobby for someone, okay, it's considered lobbying if you're getting paid. Yes or no?
Well, there are several different definitions of agency that are part of the statute.
But absolutely, that's number one. Number two, what is lobbying? That means that I have lobbied for who exactly, and how, and where did I lobby for someone? Okay, you need to understand that where. What exactly did I do for a specific person or a party or, I don't know, a government in order for this to be considered lobbying? Okay? Number one, there's no payment. Number two, I've never done anything in America for them. The only thing I've done is go there myself. Okay?
Well, I do see, but this is the thing I want to address, I do see, for example, you did a fundraiser for Lee Selden, and Lee Selden has been...
2018. Yeah, but that was in 2018. Okay. But yeah, I get it. What? I'm sorry, 2020. Yeah, it was right after COVID. Yes, correct. But I have never ever, right? If you go to court, I've never ever had a conversation with Lee Zeldin about Albania, ever. Which means this is why I know who put you up to it, because it's the same person that has been talking in Albanian media with deceiving stories like this. The fact that you spoke about Lee Zeldin. Now, when you go to court, if you didn't speak to someone, how can you verify that you did speak, in fact, to someone? This is a person that was a congressperson. If he goes to court and says, I've never had a conversation about Albania, forget anybody in particular, about Albania, about this person, right? And I know where Lee Zeldin got the story, but it's not my story to tell, because the person that told Lee Zeldin has nothing to do with me. I don't know him personally. But again, because of legal details,
Who is this other person?
I can't talk about this. This is on the record. I mean, I can't give the name of the other people that has done. And the other person, by the way, has nothing to do with the person himself in Albania. He's just doing the story based from a political point of view. Okay? Whoever brought this story up in Congress has been because they are worried the Department of State is being used to fight opposition on behalf of George Soros. It's as simple as that. This is the whole story we've been going after. Okay? That's the only thing that everybody has been talking about. But now, bring Lee Zeldin in court. If I never had a conversation, number one, after 2020, and when Lee Zeldin started his campaign for governor, I've had zero connection, because I've spent most of the time in Albania helping the opposition there. And everybody knows this. This is all over the news. But I am telling you, you need to verify the stories very well, because I told you CNA is one of the, I mean, I can show you my text messages with the guy. He acted as a friend for the longest time until I said, I do not support Evi Kokalari, the guy you mentioned before, and I support somebody else that now is number 2 of the opposition party. Why? Because I don't trust Evi Kokalari. I think he manipulated, you have post also, he manipulated the votes within the party, which tells me this is not good, and I have an issue with that. And the other guy, maybe you don't like him, but at least he didn't manipulate the vote. And I think he has the best interest of the party at heart. It's as simple as that. So if this guy turns around and publishes my text messages, like, he's cuckoo. Everybody knows in Albania that he's a very low-level journalist, okay? Many times he will do an article against business people in Albania just to force them to give him money, okay, for advertisement, so he doesn't write against them. And literally, just 3-4 days ago, I posted something in my social media addressing this issue. I said, this will end in Albania. Whoever is getting money, just because this is, what is it called? Coercing?
I'm not sure what you're
like,
asking.
well, the Italian mafia in New York used to go from business to business, and they used to try to get money out of them and saying to them that we're going to protect you. There's a word.
Like a protection racket, like the mafia.
Racketeering, that's it. And that's exactly what I wrote in my post, if you go to my Facebook. This is racketeering, and this should be legal in Albania as well, and I will find a way to stop it. There's got to be a law against it. This is what the guy, the owner of the CNA does, okay? And he's also accused of taking money by a big corruption case in Albania, which involves a lot of politicians that they are paying the media to protect them. So this is why I wrote to you this morning and said, I know exactly what's going on, but you don't fall for this. You need to go and do the investigation. I don't have a problem you investigating me. But make sure every single thing that you're going after, you verify correctly, and you're not doing the job of one side of political spectrum in Albania, which is trying to hit me just because I supported a person that they heartily hate. It's as simple as that.
I'm sorry to cut it again. Did you ever have any conversation? Let me ask this. First, let me start with this. You had a cocktail reception for Ambassador Grinnell back in June of 2021.
Right.
Did Mr. Grinnell receive any compensation or honorarium
For that,
appearance?
no, because that actually, I was helping one of his causes, which was Middle East Outspoken. They are part of Low Cabin, which is the gay Republicans, and they had just started Outspoken Middle East, which is, they were trying to do, actually it's in existence now, a website in Farsi and in Arabic to help the gay community in the Middle East how to navigate life, okay, without being thrown from roofs and this and that. So Grinnell was in New York that week, and because he was in New York, obviously we made it special guest, and of course he was going to say yes because it is his project after all. I mean, this was his something he was invested emotionally, and I think was an excellent cause, and we raised money, and it did help them a lot actually, and they literally launched like 3-4 months later, and it's doing absolutely great right now.
Now, did you or anyone that you're aware of, for example, pay for his travel, his lodging,
No. He was in New York that week, period. He was, I think, the whole week he was doing Newsmax in the morning. He was just doing as a, what is it called, as MC of the show itself for the whole week.
And I hate to harp on this, but now, are you, I want to be absolutely clear with you. At any time during any of your work in Albania, did anyone ever pay for or reimburse your travel?
No.
Or meals?
Nope.
Your lodging?
Nope.
And who paid for Mr. Palumbo and Mr. Lowry to come to Albania?
That is a question for Mr. Palumbo and Mr. Lowry, and again, they are the Lowry is Young Republicans of America, and they do trips all over the world. They've done trips to Poland, and they are doing another trip to England, which I'm going to be with them. So, again, you're just barking a tree that, I mean, listen, I'll speak to my attorney about the lobbying if he wants to talk to you. That's fine, but I'm going to take his opinion because, I have nothing to hide, and I'm sorry you have been put up to this. You've been absolutely used, and I have a lot of friends, journalists in America, so I understand how this works. And this is why I had the guts this morning to send you another text and to tell you, I suggest you do verify everything very, very carefully because you're being used by
a very, very careful man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Now, if I can also, ask, did you ever had a conversation with Ambassador Grinnell regarding Albania and the situation of the former Prime Minister?
Regarding the former Prime Minister, no. Regarding Albania, absolutely all the time.
What do you talk when you do talk about Albania?
Rick Grinnell loves Albania. Rick Grinnell has a lot of friends in Albania. He's been involved in Serbia and Kosovo. I have spoken to him many, many times about Kosovo and Serbia, and I would have been involved if Trump was in power and Grinnell was still doing the deal in between Serbia and Kosovo, just because I know the Balkans very well. I know the conflict very well. And Rick Grinnell loves the Balkans, I can tell you that, like everything, not just Albania, but Kosovo and Serbia. He's got his heart because of the agreement he was doing, and I believe he is going to continue to do that. Can you give me just 1 second?
Sure.
I'm sorry, because somebody keeps calling. So, for Albania, he has had a vacation in there, I think like 2 years ago, and he's completely in love with it. So we have spoken about Albania a lot. Plus, I do have my own plans about Albania to switch it and to change everything that is going on in there. Politically, I want them to be a conservative country, which is absolutely my right to do that. And everybody's focused on the former president, Berisha, basically, which is the leader of the opposition right now. But the thing is that many of us, actually, Lee Zeldin asked for information on Berisha from the Secretary of State, and he still doesn't, he never got the facts, basically, on the corruption case. And that was a big question mark. But it goes beyond Berisha, because this was an effort to destroy the opposition in Albania. Okay? That was the fight. That was why I went back and helped. And another thing, if I was paid for anything, right now, I don't know if you have seen, since you see my Facebook, why would I'm against Berisha right now? Because he supported Belinka Licis after the manipulation of the votes. And a lot of people are against Berisha because he promised he will change the opposition in Albania. He promised me when I went and I helped and I went and spoke about conservative values, and he didn't do it, okay? So I have been against Berisha now for at least, I would say, 2-3 months that I've been openly, okay?
I did see that on your Facebook.
Okay, so everybody knows in Albania, and the reason I did that is because I'm not going to destroy my integrity when it comes to things like this, because we promised the people something different, a different party, an open party, fair election, protect the vote, blah, 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 and this didn't happen. So if I was paid for lobbying for Berisha or anybody else, how would I turn around and just do this to the guy? It's as simple as that. How would I do that? But this is the reason I would refuse to anyone if they offered me money, because right now I can turn around and I can do everything. And you know what? I have more support in Albania, me personally. I have more support in Albania than Berisha does, than the Prime Minister of Albania does, and everybody else that is involved, our Belin Solici does. It's as simple as that.
If I may also, how and when did you meet the former Prime Minister Berisha?
I met him for the first time September 2021 when I went there to speak to the people.
You met any member of his family prior to that?
Nope, never.
Okay. Well, I have to say, I noticed that you became, I do see you used to live in Bay Ridge, it looks like, and that's where I live.
Yeah.
But I noticed that you back in 2010, you gave a donation to Marty Golden, and it gave some money to a realtors pack. But you didn't seem like you got at all involved in federal, national politics until 2019. At least that's when you made your first donation. It's very late in 2019.
Right.
What caused you to...
Can you hold on? Don't hang up on me. Hold on just 1 second. I'm so sorry.
Think of it.
Angela, I'm so sorry. I'm in a phone call with a journalist. It's very important. I'll be right there, please.
I know, but I have to leave.
I can't, because this guy is doing a heat piece on me. He's doing a heat piece on me. Hold on, please. I'll be right there. Hold on. 5 minutes. I love you, please. Hello?
I'm right here.
Okay, sorry, because what was the question?